Hi guys, my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another weekly reading check-in. And if you're wondering if you've already seen this, that's because I just filmed my themed TBRs for March. So that should be going up. This might actually go up first. I might actually post this today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Either this will go up first or the other video will go up first, but it doesn't really matter. I'm wearing the same outfit in both. I don't really mind that. I didn't know if I was going to make this video. I've talked about it in my themed TBRs video that I really didn't know if I was going to be making like many videos in March. I was going to kind of just take a month-long break from making anything. And then I decided like I still wanted to make like my themed ones. And then like I was talking about some books, so I might as well just like make a reading check-in. Though I don't know if I'm really gonna have much to say about them because it's been a while since I've read some of these. Like it's been over a week. Like this is from the last 2 weeks. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get on with the check-in. So last week I read The Doctor by Nikki Sloan. This is a age gap romance with the ex-boyfriend's father. So we follow, I can't remember her name at all. I want to say it's Cassidy, something like that. It doesn't say. I think it's Cassidy. I think I tried looking this up again. Like, yeah, it's Cassidy. So we follow Cassidy. She goes to her boyfriend's place because she's decided she wants to break up with him. They don't really have much of a relationship anymore. They've been together for quite a while, but it seems like they're just distancing each other or distancing from each other. And she just feels like she doesn't want to be with him anymore. So she goes to his place to break up with him. Doesn't really go as well as you would think. And she ends up lusting after his father. And then they have like this kind of attraction and a little bit of a, romance. He's a doctor, which is why it's called The Doctor. So this was good. I give it 4 stars. I had no problem with it. Like, the smutty scenes were fine. I think I've read better. So, that's all I can say. Nikki Sloan, I kind of like her writing. So, I don't know if I'd really read anything else by her. But, like, that was good. I liked it. Again, I gave it 4 stars. And then after that, I read Sacrifice by Katie Robert. Why did I say it like that? I read Sacrifice by Katie Robert. And, this is the first in the Bloodline Vampires duology. I think it's just 2 books. And this one follows a Dhampir who, she's half vampire, half human. And her father has offered her up to this starving vampire that he has under his control pretty much. And he's trying to get that vampire to breed her. So he could have even more of like power and control and everything like that. Because that vampire has a bloodline. I think he's like the last of his bloodline. They want to like continue it, but like under the father's rule kind of thing. And when she gets there, like he pounces on her, and like he's nothing like she thought he would be, because like she thought like this guy would be like such an asshole, and he kind of is, but he's not that bad. And then another vampire comes into the picture, and then another vampire comes into the picture. It's a male, 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 female romance. So yeah, it was good. Lots of banging. I love Katie Roberts' smut scenes, so I give it 4 stars. I liked it. And then after that, I read An Offer from a Gentleman by Julia Quinn. This is the 3rd book in the Bridgerton series. Because of the show, I am pretty much binging this whole series. And then I want to rewatch the show again. Okay. And, like, I'm obsessed with Bridgerton the musical on TikTok. And Instagram. I'm obsessed. But yeah. So this is Benedict's story. This is Benedict and what's her name? Sophie. So Benedict and Sophie. And it starts off with, like, a Cinderella type tale. And, I mean, you can totally tell from the cover it is. So Benedict and Sophie. So, okay. Sophie is like the bastard daughter of this earl. And this earl marries this woman and takes in her 2 daughters. So there's the stepmother and the stepsisters. And Earl dies. She's the bastard daughter, so he doesn't really claim her as his. Just so stupid. But he still gives her like the best education and stuff like that. So, okay. So he dies, and he makes it so that the stepmother has to keep her until she's like 20. Or he won't like pay her as much. Like, she won't get as much from his will if she doesn't. And so the stepmother decides to keep her, even though she doesn't like her, as like a slave. Cinderella. And so the Bridgertons host like this masquerade ball, and the other servants make it so Sophie like can go. And so Sophie sneaks in and meets Benedict, has like, you know, this amazing like night with him. And then it's midnight, she has to go. And then it's like years later where they like kind of reconnect, even though he doesn't know that it's her. But she knows it's him, obviously. So this was good. The beginning and the end of it, I really enjoyed. The middle kind of went a little off. I didn't like Benedict pretty much at all. I really like Sophie. Didn't like Benedict. So, but he redeems himself in the end. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I gave it 4 stars. Next up, we have The Blood King by Abigail Owen. This is the second book in the Infernal Rising series. And The Rogue King, I really enjoyed. I think I gave that 4 stars. It's Dragon Shifter and Phoenix Shifter romance. So, dragon and a phoenix together. Okay. And I really enjoyed The Rogue King. So, The Blood King, we follow, so the phoenix in the first book is Kasha, and we follow her sister in this, Skylar. And Skylar and Layden, who is the Dragon King of the Blue Clan, have like this instant connection. Well, Layden has this instant connection with her, and she's just like fighting it, because dragon shifters killed her mother. And what's it called? So she doesn't really want to be with Layden, but it comes to a point where like they're kind of like forced to mate, though he really wants to mate with her, and she has this like attraction to him, though she's fighting it. So she's just like, we got to do it to like, it has to happen. I can't remember exactly why it had to happen, but it was like it had to happen. So they mate, and like they're together throughout the book, and it's really good, and I really like it. And Skylar finally doesn't like, she stops fighting it, and it's really good. I give it 4 stars. I love paranormal romance. I really do. Okay. And then we have the 2 books I think I read for this week, because I didn't read as much. So we have Vamps in the City by Carolyn Sparks. So that was all February. Sorry. Oh. Okay. Always happens. Always. So that was all February. This is starting March. And so we have Vamps in the City by Carolyn Sparks. This is the second book in the Love at Stake series. I read How to Marry a Millionaire Vampire last month. So this one follows Darcy, who is a newly changed vampire who didn't want to be. And then we have Austin, who is part of the stakeout group in the CIA who are trying to kill vampires. And he ends up stalking a lot of the vampires, and incidentally stalks Darcy, thinking she's human because she's different from the other ones. And Darcy ends up hosting this, directing this vampire show. It's like a bachelor show where the ex-harem of Roman from the first book, he had a harem, not anymore. So the ex-harem needs to find a new master, and so she has decided to make this show, this reality show where they're like finding a new master. It's like a bachelor type show, and she ends up wanting to spice things up by bringing in some humans. So it's actually pretty good. I gave this 3 stars. The romance between Darcy and Austin was fine. I liked the ending a lot more than I liked the rest of the book. But I mean, yeah, I did enjoy this. I gave it 3 stars. The Bachelor type plot, I can't talk, was actually kind of good. And I kind of liked it. Alright, so lastly, I have Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. This is, what's it called? This is coming out, I think, on Tuesday. Filming this on Sunday the 7th. And I have this review copy from NetGalley. This one is about, what's it called? Why can't I think right now? Oh yeah, so we follow Darcy. I didn't even realize that. So we follow Darcy, who's in high school, and she has started this business of this advice, romance. Yeah, it's like no, relationship advice thing at school. And so there's this locker that nobody uses, and she's the only one who knows the combination pretty much. And so she has gotten everybody to just put in letters, and they pay her, and she answers their letters, and it's all just relationship advice. And apparently she's very good at it. Darcy is bisexual, and she is crushing on her best friend, Brooke, so hard. And there's also this boy, I want to call him, well, his name is Alexander. Yeah, I can't say his last name. So his name is Alexander, and he finds out that it's her running Locker 89. Nobody else knows except for Darcy's sister, who doesn't even go to school, the high school anymore. And Alexander finds out it's her and kind of blackmails her into helping him win his ex-girlfriend back. And so it's just all about her helping him out with that, and then also crushing on Brooke, but then Brooke finding somebody else, and it's just this whole it's high school relationship kind of thing. And then she's also kind of having feelings for Alexander as well. So yeah, I liked this a lot. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I liked it. I'm not the hugest fan of high school contemporary anymore, because I'm so out of high school now that I'm I don't really care for the drama. I will say though that this was done pretty well. And I did really enjoy, I liked a lot of the discussions, especially the queer discussions, were just really, really well done in this book. And a lot of the relationship advice that she was giving was really good. It wasn't just, something silly or anything. There were really good discussions a part of that, and I really enjoyed that. And yeah, I did really enjoy this. I gave this 3.5 stars. Yeah, but it was actually really enjoyable, and I do recommend it for a lot of people, for everybody to just read. And especially if you're in a relationship, you might actually like a lot of the advice that's going on there. And then what's it called? She's also part of the queer club at school. So yeah. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. Okay. There were just a lot of really good discussions in that, and I just really liked it. So yeah, 3.5 stars, but still really if I was in high school, that would have been a really fantastic book for me. I think I would have given it 5 stars if I was still in high school. But because I'm so out of high school, it wasn't as impactful, but I still really enjoyed the discussions and everything a part of that, and I still feel it was a really well done book, and recommend it. So yeah, end of February, beginning of March, that's what I read. And so starting tomorrow, we will be reading or I will be reading books, part of my theme. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye guys, happy reading, and stay safe.